Hi, I'm Nathan, and welcome back to Vibes and Frequencies Crystal Channel. In this video, I wanted to be sharing my experience about crazy reflections that you get from crystals, and something that I've been experiencing from working with mine. And it's really just blowing my mind. So what I'm specifically talking about is the fact that our reality, there's something kind of strange going on here. And I don't 100% know what it is, but I really do have this knowing that it's not what I think it is or what I've thought it was since I've been like grown up or what I'm taught in school and things like this. Like it really feels like there's some other experience that's happening here that I didn't realize before, and I'm able to explore and navigate it. And my crystals, I don't know exactly what's going on, to be perfectly honest, but it's almost like we live in like this kind of of course I'm not suggesting it is a simulation, but for lack of an easier way of explaining it, it's like I'm in this simulated experience, and by tuning into these energies, or even sometimes just being present with one, like I walk into a room where this crystal is, it's like all of a sudden you get all these downloads and you can feel this huge presence of energy overcome you, and it's like it's hacking the simulation. Like it's like a code or a key or something that's unlocking some sort of door in the simulation, and suddenly I'm able to navigate almost like this video game with like cheat codes or something. You guys know what I'm talking about? So this is the experience that I've been having, and I just wanted to share it in a video, and kind of it just is exciting. So I wanted to share it with all my friends here. So another thing that I've noticed that I'm going to kind of take this video in the direction of is right now I'm in Sedona, right? You guys could probably tell, for those of you that have seen my channel, I'm always end up in Sedona at some point or another, a few points throughout the year. So this is where I am right now. And at my camp that I've been camping at, there's this guy camping near my partner Ruby and I, and his name is Sunny. Now, he walked by our camp, but probably about a week ago this happened, and all I did was I just made eye contact with him and introduced myself, and he introduced himself as Sunny, and literally just being there and sharing space with him, I was overcome by this huge energy. His energy was just freaking insane. Like, have you guys ever met somebody like that where they have this vibe about them that all of a sudden it's like it was like certain baggage or energetic things that I might have been carrying, it's like they could not exist in his presence. I don't know if that's what it is or not, but it felt very healing and free. And he's such a beautiful guy. Like, since then, we see him in the morning, like when we're driving out of camp, he's like off in the wilderness and he's just like bent over smelling plants and flowers and stuff. Such a cool guy. Such a cool guy. So I felt this presence from him. Now, what's interesting is that the same energy that I felt from him, this just mega free, just so beautiful, and oh man, you can really feel it, Do you guys know that feeling? I feel this also from many of my crystals, experiences that I've had with them, in particularly this amulet that I'm holding in this video. This is my main amulet that I know a lot of you guys have seen, but it's Moldavite and then phenakite from Madagascar here. So this is an extension of myself, right? Now, I feel this reflection whenever I actually take the time to take off my crystal, instead of just wearing it around and not really giving it much of my attention, right? If I just wear it every day and I don't think about it, I don't care. Sometimes I feel called to take off my necklace, like I just did about 5 minutes before making this video, and I sit down and I just appreciate it. It's the easiest way of putting it. I just appreciate it. I look at all the grooves. I let the light shine in it. And when I'm really just appreciating it in that moment, I feel that same wave of energy that I got from Sunny. It's this profound, whoa. It's so light and free. And not only this, but I also know a guy named Peter that lives here in Sedona, and he's an enlightenment teacher. This is how he refers to himself for how he you know, how he exists in the 3D and markets himself. But I sat down and had a session with him maybe like a year ago. And from the moment I even stepped up to his house where he lives here, I was overcome with the same energy. And the whole time sitting in his living room with him, I was sitting on the couch, I felt this like insane energy the entire time, where it's just so flabbergasting that it's like I'm not even thinking. And what it feels like is like I become so open. Like I'm just so open. Have you guys ever felt that kind of openness before? That you're so open, it's like the light and consciousness of the universe and just like majestic beingness, it just like floods into you. So this is what is cool. Okay, so this is the preface that I wanted to mention is this. I'm going to explain too some kind of specific reflections and experiences I have with crystals where they like, how they can be like these kinds of like hacks or cheat codes in this simulation, right? Which again is, it's not the best way to explain it, but I don't really know what's going on. I just really can feel that like something's happening. But I'm not the one who knows, you know, what it exactly is. But anyways, so this is what has been happening, and I've been feeling this a bunch more lately. Just throughout my day-to-day life, even like walking by, like just yesterday in the morning, walking by a tree, and I just looked at the tree, and that's it. I didn't do anything. I just looked at the tree, and boom, this huge wave of energy has just washed over me, and I'm feeling it right now. When I'm making videos, if I'm really being present and I'm really doing it because I just am, you know, like this is just who I am, I'm just being me, I feel the same energy, just this profound openness and light and consciousness flooding in me. So here's what I've been experiencing, and what I was excited to share is that I thought that these certain like people or objects or certain things had this like incredible, you know, field of energy that perhaps they've worked on or built up, or maybe they're like extraterrestrials or something. You just feel this like intense vibe when you're near them. And maybe that is it, maybe not. Like I said, I really don't know. But I'm beginning to feel that what I'm feeling from these people, what I'm feeling from these crystals, what I'm feeling when I'm being here and making a video just purely because it just, oh man, you know, I'm feeling like it's me. Like that's my energy, you know, not necessarily mine as in gripping my hands around it and I'm going to own it. I'm going to keep it, you know, I'm going to identify with it, but it's mine as in it feels like I'm beginning to feel that this energy, this presence, it's me. I am it. And there's like certain people and moments and times and things where it's like they're reflections and they're just being a mirror and it's reflecting back to me. You know, I don't know for sure, but perhaps Peter and Sunny, for example, aren't sitting there focusing really hard on channeling healing energy to me. Perhaps they just in that moment are allowing themselves to be a perfect reflection for me. I don't know how. But it seems to me like when I make videos sometimes, I experience this on my own. When I sit and I'm with my crystals or when I'm just really present on my hike, I feel the same energy. And it's like, it's me, you know? I am that energy and that presence. And it's like these people, these crystals, certain profound moments that I don't know why it happens at that exact time. I couldn't tell you. All of a sudden, I can feel myself. And I am this profound openness. I'm just so open. And I am receiving so much in that openness. And it's absolutely majestic feeling. Absolutely. So this is a specific reflection that I'm going to target it now more towards the crystals now that we kind of got this preface going here. You know, this is specifically what I feel from this specific pendant that I have here, my Moldavite and my phenakite. But here's what's really interesting, okay? I have other pieces of Moldavite. I have one in my headband right now, I have this one in my pocket. It's easier to grab, so I'll show you this. So this is a piece of Moldavite. I know a lot of you guys have already seen this piece if you watched this video where I was showing how different pieces of Moldavite kind of have different energy that they radiate, different personalities. I'll tag that video below if anybody's curious to see. But this is what's interesting, is this is also Moldavite, just as this is, right? But what's interesting is when I'm present with this piece, I feel this profound openness and presence, and I feel like just pure light and consciousness. There's like this intense purity and ecstasy that comes with it. Now this piece, when I sit and I do the exact same thing and I look at it and I'm present with it, what I feel is this just insane abundance. And I feel like liquid, I feel like I'm like melting into this just this pure, abundant reality. And I shared in that video too, I was talking about how I literally experience visions with this piece of me like in the jungle of Costa Rica. And I'm living in like this beautiful like treehouse with a bridge. And it's not that there's any specific material thing that is the source of my abundance. It's this reflection that I am this abundance. I am this majestic abundance and wealth, but wealth in a bigger sense, not just financial, like what wealth really means, at least to me. And I am it. And it just so happens that that reflection of that energy that I'm being one with shows me in this beautiful, majestic, amazing tree house with this drawbridge, and I'm in Costa Rica, and there's this life and vibrance all around me. So this is the conversation. Isn't it so interesting? It is to me. It's so cool that we can have these crystals, and when you sit and you open yourself to it, you receive almost this transmission of energy. And this is like how I don't know how to explain it. It's like a hack or a code, or somehow it's like a rope falls out of the sky, metaphorically speaking, and you can grab it and it pulls you up and then lowers you back down into the same exact spot in reality you were before, but something about you internally has transformed. And so slowly but surely, the manifestation of reality outside of myself begins to transform and reflect. Just like everything is reflecting me to me, I'm reflecting it the same. It's like this internal transformation that happens. It's like this frequency shifts. And it's like I'm connected to a new reality, a new timeline of experience. And I don't know any of this for a fact. This is just my experience and what it feels like, and my best way to explain it. Honestly, guys, I don't know if this is just my imagination or not, but it feels very real. It feels very, very real, you know? And I'm experiencing that reality externally, slowly, yes, but slowly but surely is molding to reflect this internal transformation that happens when I sit and I'm open to my crystals, or when I'm open to my friend Sunny now, who passes through my camp, or when I decided that I was going to be open to Peter. It's almost like me choosing to be open and allowing myself to be that openness with whatever's here and now. I'm able to receive its exact reflection. And there's this transformation that happens inside of me, right? It's absolutely insane, because this is my main piece of Libyan desert glass that I've been resonating with. So I've been carrying this around. Fun fact, guys, this is just a cool thing to throw out for all my friends who are familiar with like synchronicity numbers and stuff. I didn't know how much this weighed, because the person that I bought it from said it, instead of as grams, they said it as carats. And I, of course, did a conversion on a calculator, and it said roughly what it was going to be, but this person didn't do an exact weight, so it wasn't spot on. My point being, I weighed this on my scale because I sell crystals, so I've got like a scale that weighs stuff, and it's 80.8 grams. Isn't that cool? And the crystal, the LDG that I had before, was 88.88. So I keep ending up with these Libyan desert glass pieces that are all 888 numbers, and it's not even on purpose. Like, maybe it is on purpose, but not from here. I'm not choosing it on purpose. It just, LDGs that are 888, 88, you know, all this 8 numbers keep showing up. And I'm pretty sure that that's like a manifestation number or something. I honestly, I don't know much about that. I mostly spend my time with crystals, so that's kind of the information and stuff I share, not much of the others. But what's interesting is if whenever I sit here, and if I do, and all my friends who have seen my LDG videos, they know my position on it and how I feel about it and the energy that I experience. But if I really sit here and I'm present with it, it reflects like a different transmission of energy to me. And if I'm open to it, that internal shift happens. And for me, for whatever reason, maybe it's different for other people, but for me, it connects me to this like incredible creative energy within me, where I feel like really energized and like I have a lot of energy. It's like a battery, and like I have all this stuff I could do and say, and suddenly I'm like lit for the day. And I also experienced lots of financial wealth from Libyan desert glass, specifically financial wealth. I don't know why, but there's like a regalness to the frequency of Libyan desert glass where it's like you're the king. And when you feel that from within and you feel like you are worthy and you're worthy of all the wealth of the world, that internal transformation happens. And I swear to God, in my experience, maybe my simulation's different than yours. The truth is I don't really know because I'm me, you know? But it's crazy because it's like holding that frequency within myself of this regalness and this kingliness. External reality, slowly but surely, always transforms, and money just starts coming out the hoo-ha. And it's weird. It's weird that that happens all the time, you know? The last one that I'll explain, just as an example, because I'm curious to hear from you guys about how you feel about these reflections, you know? And perhaps you interpret and experience this differently than me, and I would love to hear about that. Right now I'm going into my bandana, as you can see. This is a piece of diamantina Lemurian quartz. This is like an angel chime and a record keeper, so those are my favorite, as anybody who's seen my videos knows. I just love it. Now what's interesting is the same thing. It's not just I pull it out and hold it and look at it, because anybody could do that. Anybody could just hold something in their hand and look at it. The way that it works for me, maybe this will work for you too. You could try it and let me know below what you experience. I don't just hold it and look at it and appreciate it. Something inside of me, it's like my heart. Maybe it's not, but it's the easiest way to explain it. It's like my heart, something about me, who I am, I choose to open my heart to it. And it's not like I'm sitting here saying, oh, I love this crystal, I love this crystal. I don't know how to explain it. It just happens naturally for me. It's not something that I'm doing on purpose on this human level. It's something that has been happening to me ever since I worked with crystals in the beginning, and I'm beginning to consider that perhaps this is why I've experienced so much crazy magic and energy from them. And I don't exactly know how I'm doing it. So if you can explain this better than me, please put it below for anybody else it might help them. It's like something inside of me just click, like just clicks. It just opens up. And I feel this energy come in. And it's exactly like I said, an internal transformation happens. And then slowly but surely reality begins to reflect that to me. It's wild. And from the diamantina Lemurian quartz, I feel like this one is really interesting. I feel extremely like confident type energy, but confidence isn't the right word, because confidence is like you have a certain idea of who you are and you're proud of it and you know that you're awesome and you think that you're awesome, right? It's not confidence. It's more like I can feel this energy and I feel like I am it. Like I was kind of explaining, this is what this one reflects for me. And it feels like it's not confidence, it's I can just be me. Not confidence, where I'm trying to put myself out there and put myself in front of everybody. This is more of a confidence energy. It's something else. It's the ability to just be me. Let myself be who I am. So there's no confidence to that at all. There's no identity, you know. There's no it's not like I'm indifferent suddenly to reality, because you can't be indifferent unless you're different, right? These are polarities. It's like I just am, and there's this freedom that comes with that. And what I notice is anytime I really open up to that energy and I allow myself to be open to it, it's like I begin to just soar and fly through reality. So diamantina marine quartz is a very powerful one for me. It's absolutely wild. So this is the end. This is really what I was excited to talk with you guys about. Is, you know, perhaps you've got other crystals and stuff that I haven't necessarily worked with, but I'd love to hear about your reflections below. And by the way, this is something fun that I was also excited to share with you guys. I found out there's this thing called Buy Me a Coffee that like YouTubers or people who do stuff on social media or write blogs, they can put it on their thing. And it's like an easy way that you can send like $2 to them to say thanks for the content you make, right? Now, I don't drink coffee. I don't. Caffeine really tweaks me out. It's hard for me to have that in my body. But I do have it tagged below, and I kind of phrased it differently on my page as buy me a crystal. So if anybody feels like that would be fun to do, I'm just letting you guys know that's a new thing I'm doing. So what you can do is you can send, you know, however much you want to, and say in the comment that you get to comment with it, Nathan, I want you to check out this crystal, right? I want you to work with this one next and make videos about this one. And so that's something exciting I'm doing now. If you want to send me money and buy me a crystal that you want to see a video about, I will work with that crystal. I'll make a video. I'll shout you out in the video. So this is something I'm excited about. I feel like it's like I don't know. I'm just pumped to see what you guys have to recommend and anybody who wants to do that. So let's see. Anything else? Well, I've really been vibing lately, so I got a lot of cool videos and stuff coming out. So thanks for subscribing and thanks for sharing space with me. And I really appreciate you guys. 3 videos a week. I'll see you for the next one, and much love to you.